what do we have here? So 5 destinations for Spurs center Jakob Poeltl. I'm very interested in seeing what Isaiah has to say about this, because I have a team in particular that I would want us to trade him to. But yeah, there's other ones. So let's see what they have to say.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so we recently looked at an article in which they said that the Mavs were a dark horse for Jakob Poeltl. And this one in particular has 5 different destinations for Jakob Poeltl that we're going to look at. So big shout out to Isaiah Delgado. Hopefully I said that right. From Fan Nation. So we're gonna check out this article. Before we do, really quick, if you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com. Big shout out to Shoney for posting this. If you guys get any type of merch, please tweet it out, tag me in it, just so I can retweet it, repost it, or whatever. That can be on Instagram, Twitter, however you want to do it. But I do appreciate the love nonetheless. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. As the NBA trade deadline approaches, which team should be most ambitious in their pursuit for San Antonio Spurs big man? All right, let's move down. So let's see what some of the teams that he has to say. Los Angeles Clippers. I have not heard this one. That's interesting. I have not heard this one. So you see, Bleacher Report listed 5 teams. Oh, Bleacher Report listed this. 5 teams who could be interested in acquiring Poeltl sometime in the next 2 weeks or so. Here's why each of the destinations makes sense for Poeltl. All right, so yeah, tell me about the Clippers. I mean, it makes sense for the Clippers. What about us? In a highly competitive Western Conference, the Clippers find themselves in the thick of the action at 5th in the Western Conference standings. That is really impressive for a team that, like, Leonard's never healthy. They are allegedly targeting a backup big man for their 5 Zubac, so they can take advantage of the healthy Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Did Kawhi? No. Okay, I'm stupid. I was about to say, did Kawhi play with Jakob? Of course he didn't. They were trade partners. Whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. By the way, it really doesn't matter which teams we say here, because the San Antonio Spurs at this point, it seems as if, okay, I could be wrong, but it seems as if they're just asking for a first-round pick. So just about any team could supply that, but they probably want an unprotected first-round pick. But anyways, moving on. Boston Celtics, we did hear about this one. I think the Boston Celtics said that they're willing to make our 2028 pick from them unprotected, which I said I don't think that that's necessarily worth it, but I did get excited on their behalf because Jakob with the Boston Celtics would be pretty dope. But it says here, Boston has been linked to Poeltl and has recent precedent in trading with the Spurs, as exhibited by last season's trade of Derek White for Josh Richardson and Romeo Langford and a first-round pick. Despite the relationship, the Celtics seem an unlikely destination due to their current roster construction, with Robert Williams III and Al Horford already commanding the bulk of the minutes at the 5 position. I saw a few people say that, well, maybe they should take on Robert Williams. I don't know about all that. All right, Toronto Raptors. I have heard about this. So I know that the Toronto Raptors... And was it Toronto Raptors and the Celtics were fighting, or Toronto Raptors and Milwaukee? I can't remember. But anyways, I know that they were in talks as well. So currently in possession of all their first round picks for the foreseeable future, Toronto could easily make an enticing offer to the Spurs to take advantage of the Toting Stars wings Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam, and get the Spurs to bite on their trade asset in ascending young wing potential OG Anunoby. Hey, by the way, OG, didn't someone just like offer? I'm not keeping up like crazy, all right? I'm a Spurs guy, but I believe a team just offered a bunch for OG Anunoby. I think even more than they maybe should have. But anyways, Los Angeles Lakers. So the Lakers find themselves forced to embrace a win now mentality, with star player Anthony Davis having a history of injury concerns. It would make sense for them to acquire Poeltl, not only because of the defense he could provide them with, but also because it would allow Davis to play his natural position of power forward. I do agree with this for the Lakers. I know a few people, or at least a Lakers fan, got a little upset with me because I was like, well, I don't think that Lakers have a ton to give. And he was like, look, we got multiple second round picks. We have some first round picks. And I understand all of that. Like, I get it. But at the same time, the Spurs would be doing the Lakers a huge favor with this, okay? Because the Lakers are probably, what this would look like is them probably getting rid of Westbrook. I mean, that's from what these reports have shown thus far, right? This is like the rumor mill. They would have to get rid of Westbrook. We're taking on a lot, okay? I understand, like, oh, you give us a first round pick in a few seconds. I would take it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, as a fan, I'm cool with it. I mean, Westbrook more than likely wouldn't play. They would just like release him. But I don't know, man. It just seems like when you're taking on that's just way more to take on. And that's a difference between like the Celtics, you know, Clippers, Toronto Raptors. I don't think that we're taking on much. It just feels like if we do that with the Lakers, we're doing a huge favor. So they, in compensation, they would have to give us more than just that, you know. And I don't know if the Lakers are willing to just do that, but they brought up a good point as well. Like, I saw another Lakers fan say this as well, like, well, they're the Lakers, you know, the future, they can just pick up, like, you know, super teams and just sign people. And it's like, well, I guess that's true. That's a good point as well. So I mean, our picks are way more valuable than maybe the Lakers will be, but even still, that's gonna be tough to do. You still got to convince people to come to a franchise that just, I don't know, might not be on the upswing. Okay. I mean, why not just go to the Clippers at that point? I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm babbling. Anyways, if the Lakers were to trade the Spurs their 2027 and 2029 first round picks, they could prove to be a gold mine for San Antonio down the road. All right, that's good stuff. Oh, and this is the team that I actually wanted. I think it's best for both sides, not only us, but also for Jakob. That's what I meant by both sides. The Warriors are an appealing trade partner, primarily because they have former number 2 overall draft pick James Wiseman. This is what I'm saying. I know a lot of people are like, why would you want Wiseman? Dude, it's the same thing. Like with Romeo Langford, you bring him in, see what he can do, develop him, and he's not in a pressure situation. He's playing with MVPs, right? Like with a multi MVP. He's playing with a championship team. Sometimes that can be pretty tough. And you know, we tried to do it, and the Warriors tried to do it, obviously, and that is rebuilding while also like going for championships. It's very hard to do. But James Wiseman, he has a lot of talent. It's just a matter of, hey, can we develop him and get him even better, get him more comfortable? But the 21-year-old center has struggled with injuries during his young career, but still possessed immense upside that San Antonio could unlock. Given the Warriors' aging big three of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond, they need to win now. That's basically what they're about to say. They could be inclined to trade the upside of Wiseman for a more established veteran in Poeltl. I'm sorry, guys. If we were to get Wiseman and a first-round pick, I think that's the best scenario out of all of these. I think probably the least likely, in my opinion, would be the Celtics. I mean, that's just what I think. I think that would be less likely, only because what they're offering is just not, it's just not that enticing. I feel like every other team could offer us more than what Boston Celtics are asking. Like, oh, we can just take that, protect it all. I have no idea. And this is another thing too. Like, sometimes you got to kind of think about what the future landscape might look like. The Boston Celtics right now, at least from what I'm seeing, they could be a potential dynasty if they keep this up. Like, I don't know, by I think it was 2028. I mean, they might still be pretty good, and that unprotected would mean nothing. I mean, I know that's some time down the line. I mean, we're talking, what, 5 years? But still, that's just, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll take that risk. But anyways, that's all I have to say about this. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Any of these stand out to you that you really like? Another thing, well, I said this before, but shout out to Isaiah Delgado on this one, and apparently Bleacher Report as well. Hold on. Eric Pincus from Bleacher Report. This must have been, oh my God, leave me alone. Poeltl can be priced from Spurs. He just threw out. Okay. Anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. If you want to support, that's a dope picture. Should I I'm putting this as a thumbnail. We're saving it. This is going to be in the thumbnail. That's dope. Anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. If you want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, get yourself some merch, or become a Patreon YouTube member. Only $2 a month. I'll give it to you later. Till next time, yeah.